Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights, the core campaign. When last we left off, we had created our character, Sar'ken Smith, a neutral good half-orc first-level druid, and we have entered the game itself. I cannot show you the introductory prelude cutscene because it doesn't record properly, just like they didn't in Neverwinter Nights, Shadows of Undertide, and in Hordes of the Underdark. So I will summarise for you. The cutscene basically explains how Neverwinter is the jewel of the north of Faerun, surrounded as it is by bleak countryside and terrain and dragons and ogres, giants and barbarians, ruled over by a fair and benevolent former adventurer. But all is not well in Neverwinter. The Wailing Death first appeared in the Beggar's Nest and is a horrible, virulent disease that kills in painful and uncurable methods. Currently there is no cure for the Wailing Death, and panic has ensued. And the Academy was either had been set up or already was set up to search for a champion at the behest of Lady Arabeth, who is the ruler of Neverwinter's personal right-hand agent in Neverwinter. We have heard of Lady Arabeth before. We met her briefly in Hordes of the Underdark. We will be meeting her before the situations that triggered where she was in Hordes of the Underdark in this game. We are one of those champions, or would-be champions. We are Sar'ken Smith, a level 1 druid with high hopes of potentially becoming the hero that this place needs. The first thing we shall do, however, is summon our bear! Hello, Crumpet. You can actually talk to your animal companions. You could feed your companion. Not particularly hungry, but enjoys the attention you're providing anyway, nibbling a little on the snack provided. And you can pet your companion. The companion is pleased when you pat it, brushing back against you in a friendly manner. And you could play with your companion. You laugh as you tussle the animal's head, and it makes a playful effort to try and bite at your hand. I'm not sure that's so playful, Sar'ken. I think it's actually trying to eat your arm. But here we have Sar'ken. And we have one of my favourite characters in Neverwinter right outside your room. We don't start with much inventory-wise. We do start with a suit of leather armour, a torch, a sickle, and 3 potions of Cure Light Wounds. We'll be stacking those and putting them there. Let's see. We also have a club. For now, however, I think it is time to remove that garb and wear the not particularly nice-looking leather armor that they provide you with. That is a 1d6 weapon with a threat of ×2, and this is a 1d6 weapon with a threat ×2. We could arm ourselves with a club. For now, that will do, because we do not have access to other equipment. Let us head out into the world of Neverwinter. Or we can make Sar'ken dance, apparently, by clicking that there. Dance, Sar'ken, dance! Dance to cure the Wailing Death! Okay, that's not going to work. What we need to do is we need to go out and go into the massive tutorial area that the Academy is. The Academy is a humongous tutorial. And we shall meet the first part of our tutorial. This man looks at you expectantly, ready for your questions. He's the spitting image of the man standing next to him. This is Pavel, and this is his brother, Bim. Literally twins. Let us talk to them. Hello, Pavel.
Hey there. I want to talk to you.
Okay, you could come over to me, and normally he tends to, but he's not. There he is. Hello.
Finally, you're up. I was afraid you were going to sleep all day. I guess the instructors work you pretty hard here at the Academy.
Hello, Pavel. It's been such a long time since I've heard your dialogue. Basically, you create a character in this game and you have to listen to Pavel. And to some extent, you have to listen to his brother Bim.
My name's Pavel. I'm one of the new recruits. I just arrived here at the Academy this morning.
You're Sar'ken Smith, aren't you? I'm wearing magical armor. You may not know this right now, but my armor's magical because it's blue in color. Yes, I am Sar'ken Smith. Is it true what they say about you? That Lady Arabeth herself ordered the Academy to send you an invitation to come here for training? Maybe. I've not really been told much about my backstory. And we haven't, but that is a little bit of background for you. That is indeed what's happened. I've never heard of anyone being invited to train at the Academy before. Usually people are begging to get in. It must be a great honor for you. It is both an honor and a privilege for me to serve Neverwinter. If I was lawful, maybe. Who cares about honor? I just came because I sensed the potential for real profit. That's just a little bit arrogant, so it is both an honor and privilege to serve Neverwinter. You're pretty modest for someone who's got such high expectations of him. It wasn't quite so easy for me to get in the Academy. My brother Bim and I were working on one of the nearby farms outside the city when we heard Lady Arabeth had put out a call for heroes to come to the aid of Neverwinter. We knew the city was suffering, but we didn't realize how bad things were until we got there. We arrived just before they sealed the gates and quarantined the city. So we aren't getting out until we solve this. Thank the gods I got accepted into the Academy. I wouldn't want to be out there on the streets with the plague. Not with the city guards barely able to keep order anymore. I don't actually know much about the plague. The Wailing Death is a plague worse than any recorded in the entire history of Neverwinter. The whole city has been quarantined. Nobody is allowed in or out. The Neverwinter militia do their best to enforce the quarantine, but people don't like being trapped inside the walls of a plague-infested city. I can understand why not. Also, I've missed the head bobs. I've missed the head bobbing with conversation. Oh, I've missed playing Neverwinter. Every day, more bodies pile up in the streets and the citizens move one step closer to panic and open rebellion. Can't say I blame them. It's only been a few months and already the dead number in the thousands. Can't the clerics or priests do anything to help? Most people have given up any hope of finding a cure for the Wailing Death. Potions of medicinal herbs do nothing, and even the priest's prayers of the city's most powerful clergy have been ineffective. I guess that's why Lady Arabeth ordered the Academy to open its door to new recruits. The city needs a hero, someone who can save us all from the Wailing Death. It would be better if that person wasn't level 1, but times are tough these days. Oh, I've got the camera stuck. The word on the street is that Arabeth is actually working on a cure right here in the Academy. But that's just a rumor, and probably not even true. Can you tell me anything else about this plague? I don't know what more I can say about the plague. Everyone in the city is afraid of the Wailing Death. The bodies are piling up in the streets and the citizens are on the verge of panic and open rebellion. So far, there doesn't seem to be any cure, and even the priests can't help those afflicted. I just hope those rumors of a cure for the plague turn out to be true. Tell me more about these rumors of a plague cure. I only know what people are saying on the street. Some claim Arabeth has a cure and she's going to start passing it out soon. Others claim she's keeping the cure for herself. That's not really true. Paladins are immune to all forms of disease, so I don't know why Arabeth would want that cure. But like I said, it's just rumors. Maybe some of the people who've been in the Academy longer than I have know more about the cure, if there even is one. Anything else you can tell me? You could speak to my brother Bim over by the door if you want some tips on adventuring. Otherwise, you should go see Olgred in the next room. He's the one in charge of equipping us recruits for our training. Other than that, I don't know what more to tell you. I'm just a raw recruit here. You're the one who's almost finished his training. Goodbye. Yes, I suppose you need to get on with your training. You probably need to go speak to Olgred in the next room and get your equipment so you can take the final tests and finish your training. If you want any tips on or instructions on adventuring, then don't forget to say hi to my brother Bim on your way out. Oh, I will. I just have to say hello to Bim anyway. Come along, Bear. Bear? Come on, Crumpet. We have places to go. We have this room to explore, for instance, and steal the stuff in the desk. Like 3 gold. It's ours now. It's all ours. What about in this one here? A copper necklace. We will totally wear that. There we go. Excellent. It's obviously magical. Alternatively, it's not magical at all. Let's go talk to Bim, shall we? Hello, Bim.
I saw you talking to my brother Pavel. My name is Bim. If you want, I can give you a short tutorial on adventuring.
I don't need it, because I've already actually played through the other 2 games, Bim, but go ahead.
Just to let you know, you can break out of a conversation at any time by pressing the escape key on your keyboard, or by walking away from the character you're speaking to. Basically, if you want to break the 4th wall, or just be very rude, there are definitely ways to end conversations.
The bear is just listening, going, I'm a bear.
Whenever you left-click with your mouse on a creature or object in the game, your character performs a default action. Default left-click actions include speaking to a person, attacking a monster, or opening doors and chests. I am basically your tutorial exposition, whereas my brother Pavel actually didn't know any of the game mechanics. I have been cursed with knowledge of how the game engine actually functions, thus I am quite insane. Wibble.
Go on.
Let's talk a bit about camera control and viewpoints. There are 3 different camera styles you can use while playing Neverwinter Nights. I'm setting you to the top-down camera mode to start this tutorial.
I'm actually not interested in this tutorial right now. No. I like the camera the way it is.
Okay, if you're happy with this camera mode, then we'll just continue with the tutorial. Neverwinter has several difficulty settings you can choose from. I'll explain the main differences between the various settings if you're interested.
We're currently set on normal rather than D&D hardcore. I don't actually remember if I set the game to D&D hardcore in the original. I don't think we did. So we'll leave it at normal. I'm not interested in a tutorial right now.
Suit yourself. Go through the door and speak to Ulgrit then. He'll set you up with all your equipment you need to finish your training here at the Academy.
I didn't actually know that would end the tutorial as it was, but sorry, Bim. We must go through this door to the training halls so we can find Ulgrit. This instructor looks at you critically. Everyone in the Academy must prove his or her worth, and he expects no less from you. Hello, Ulgrit. You're also wearing, well, magical armor, and I'm probably not going to get it.
Hello there. Come to get yourself some supplies from old Olgar, have you? Good idea. Can't have you wandering about the streets naked. Might give the Academy a bad name.
Oh man, this guy's voice, I remember. It's all coming flooding back to me. The city guard are already having enough trouble maintaining control as it is. Plague bodies piled up a dozen deep in the gutters. The Wailing Death running unchecked through the districts. Horrible, I say. But you've heard all this before, I'm sure. I've got some equipment for you. A druid like you might find it handy in completing your training. Now, if you're ready, I'll give you a tutorial on how to access your inventory so you can use that equipment that I just gave you. Basically what you do is you press equip. There we go, I think I've got it. I already know how to work my inventory. Well, I guess we don't need to go over it, do we?
Oh, this might be a good time to teach you how to use the stores in the game. I have some items here you might want to purchase. Since you're part of the Academy, you get a special discount rate.
You sound very happy about the fact that you're giving me a special discount rate, Ulgrid. Are you interested in seeing my store? I'll give you a quick tutorial on how they work. I don't need a tutorial on how to use stores. Okay, I'm not one to go prattling on when the listener already knows what I'm saying. So you want to see my inventory now? Yes, great. I'm sure you'll find my prices most reasonable. When we're done, you'll find the door leading out of this room is unlocked. Merchant's opinion is favorable. We could sell this leather armor. We can also sell this pair of priest's robes and this sickle. We want some equipment. Namely, we want some armor. We are not going to find very good armor, but we are certainly going to find some equipment. We need a scimitar. There is a scimitar. 1d6, 18 times 20 times 2 threat. That you can have some great fun with, because in 3.0, keen and improved critical stack, we shall buy the scimitar, because it's one of the best weapons we can use. We could get a quarterstaff, but it's free anyway, pretty much. I'm sure we can find a quarterstaff somewhere. For now, we shall equip this. Excellent. So we have a scimitar. It looks very much like a pirate's cutlass. And we also want a shield. Can we afford a shield? No. We could afford a small shield. That's probably the best we're going to get for now. We could sell a torch for 4 gold. And the club for 1 gold. Still does not provide me with enough money. Not even slightly. So we're just going to have to buy a small shield for now. For 8 gold. I hope that none of these purchases prove to be absolutely pointless later. They're probably going to prove to be absolutely pointless later. We could buy a quarterstaff. The problem is they're 1d6 times 2. Basically, I'm trading a few points of damage for the inability to use a shield. And I'd rather be able to use a shield, considering my strength is not probably going to reach Barry Coleman levels of strength. So there we go. We got a few pieces of equipment. Let's move on. There are some bookshelves. We can actually just steal things from them. And we are probably actually going to just steal things from them. Like this book. And this book. We've seen most of these books before from the original Neverwinter things that... Ooh. Soundburst. We could sell that. We could actually sell that. And gain a proper shield from it. Hello.
Welcome back!
Hello!
So, what can old Ogre do for you? You want to take a peek inside my shop? Or is there something else?
He is way too enthusiastic to be working here. We can sell these books for 4 gold apiece. We can sell this scroll for 144 gold. Okay, we're going to sell this shield back. I want that large shield. +2 armor class, thank you. Much better. Now we have an armor class of 16. Or as this guy would go, 16! I am the Brian Blessed of the Academy. He pretty much is. There we go, we're equipped a little bit better. Although I would like to have heavier armor than studded leather. Perhaps maybe a suit of banded mail, or... Banded mail actually I think is... No, banded mail I think... Banded
Come
mail...
over here if you want to learn about your map and journal.
Oh, okay. I'm sure we can do that before the end of the video. This instructor looks at you critically. Oh, they all look at you critically, don't they?
Hey there! You're one of the students here at the academy, aren't you?
Sar'ken, unless I'm mistaken.
Actually, you are. My name is Barry Coleman, and...
No. I'm Berner, an instructor here at the academy. If you like, I can give you a quick tutorial on how to use your map and journal.
Sure.
To use your journal, simply left-click on the journal box beneath your character portrait. Go ahead and do that now. It won't end our conversation. Ah! Berner is explaining the journal system to me. Yes, she is. This brings up the journal entries for the current chapter. Right now, you should see 2 quests. New Journal Academy Training and Speaking to Berner. Go ahead and click on the Speaking to Berner entry. We already did that. You can click on an entry to bring up more details.
Oh, I understand that.
Go ahead and close your journal now. You can do this by hitting the J button on your keyboard. Oh great, we finished a quest! We got no experience for this quest, Berner. This is a D&D game. I need experience for my quests. It has indeed been moved now to the completed section, which is over here. It's done. Top journal, the tabs of your quests. Your completed quests in a section of you can make your own notes. Yes. Yep, it is indeed over. Let's go into the map tutorial before the end. Oh yes, click the map box beneath your character. We want a... Well, this is a bigger version of the map. There we go. The top of the map is always north. It's actually a good piece of advice. Go ahead and do that now. The location on your map is marked by an arrow, and the arrow points to the direction you're facing. Yeah, I understand so far. The arrow keys on the top of the map let you zoom in or out. Maps will fill in as you explore the area. You can leave the map up to help guide you as you're adventuring, and I will. You will also see that there are small pins tacked into the map. Important locations in the area. Simply move your mouse over one of them. Yep, combat training, store, exit. You can add your own map notes by clicking the pin in the upper left of the map. Anything else? That's it as far as maps and journals go. You can close your map now if you want. I'm not going to. I could ask you some questions, but that will wait until another time, folks. For when we return, Sar'ken and his bear Crumpet will continue their training in the academy, because you actually do gain some interesting stuff for going through the training. You do actually gain a few items, and I think a little bit of experience for some of it, so it is worth doing. By the way, you would not want me to go through this entire campaign with 9 or less with the intelligence that means that you can't talk properly. I don't like it. For me, it personally gets quite annoying to have that, the dialogue in that mode. Sar'ken is perfectly smart, with his 10 intelligence. So I'll catch you next time, folks, for when we come back, more Academy training. I'll see you then. Later.
Who's a good bear? Who's a good battle bear? I have no idea what you're saying. I'm a bear.